Hi everyone, it's Danny. I told you in a previous video that I will make a video about spots on the leaves of orchids and what they mean, as far as I know. So I will start with my new Vanda that I purchased online, and as you can see, it seems to be full of these tiny little dots, these black dots. And at first I got really worried. I thought it was a bacterial infection. But I researched the subject and I also emailed the seller, and what they actually are is just a consequence of overexposure to sun and bright light, especially if there is a lot of humidity or water droplets. And the thing is, they're not even black spots, they're purpley-like, and you don't feel anything if you touch the leaf, so they don't stand out, they don't go into the leaf. And they don't extend, they don't do anything, they just sit there. And they're nothing to worry about, actually. Consider them as some freckles that you might get from overexposure to sun in the summertime. So this is exactly what they are. And I've noticed I have another oncidium with the same type of freckles, so let's say. So yeah, you don't have to do anything to the plant. If you don't like them, simply decrease the amount of light your orchid is receiving. But if you're dealing with a Vanda orchid, you might want to give it as brighter light as it possibly can handle without burning. Same thing for the oncidium. And actually Vandas and oncidium tend to be prone to these kind of freckles. So yeah, this is what freckles, let's say, look like, and it's nothing to worry about. On the other hand, bacterial infections can indeed attack the leaf of an orchid. As you see here, I have a spot that is actually growing and is surrounded by a yellow halo, let's say. This means that the leaf is actually dead and it's spreading, and this is not good. But it is easy to treat. You can simply cut the portion of the leaf, including the yellow portion, and eventually it will stop spreading. You can also use peroxide if you have multiple spots like this and you don't really want to cut the leaf, or it's just the only leaf you have. You can try with peroxide. Tiny discolorations on the leaves is another reason for worry. What you see here is a dendrobium attacked by spider mite, and the worst thing about it is that you really don't notice it because spider mites are just so tiny, and you don't notice the spots until the leaf is growing. So this damage is actually made while the leaf was growing, and all my dendrobium is rather affected. I treated this one with neem oil. They don't look like they're coming back. Whatever is growing now tends to look good. But I don't know what to say. I will repeat the treatment, and maybe once every 2 weeks or once a month I will just apply some neem oil just to be safe. So yeah, if you see these kind of discolorations, it's really not a good sign, so check it out. Sunburns tend to be really obvious, and they look like the leaf is really actually burned. If you see here, this portion of the leaf is just dried up, and it doesn't usually happen only on the sides of the leaf. It can really happen in the middle, smack in the middle. And as you can see, the leaf really looks very, very ugly, and I've discovered that sunburns can happen very fast. In a matter of, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour, even just that amount of time can create something as ugly as this. So really be careful with sunburns, and you really can't save this leaf anymore. All you have to do is just either live with it, either cut it off if it's just a bottom leaf. Some orchids naturally have this pattern on their leaves. This is a Stuartina phalaenopsis, and she's actually known for having mottled leaves. And they don't hurt the plant, they actually don't do anything. It's just how the plant is, genetically is. This is actually a sunburn. So yeah, first, if you see something like this, don't freak out. See what kind of orchid you have, and see if by any chance it just looks like this naturally. Sometimes even orchids that don't normally have mottled leaves can have these little freckles when new leaves arise. As you can see, the leaves are pretty normal, but this leaf actually did have those freckles, and now they're rather gone, or they're just very faded. It doesn't really mean anything, it doesn't hurt the plant, but maybe something in her parentage is giving her this mottled leaves just at the beginning, and then they fade away. Anyway, it doesn't mean anything as long as they don't stand out or they don't go into the leaf. Okay, this is about it on spots on leaves of orchids. This is what I can show you. There are also other types of spots, but I really can't show anything like that. They are actually made by parasites. So the first thing to do when you observe some spots, check to see if they stand out or go into the leaf. Or if they are actually insects, like scale insect. You can actually get it off the plant, but it really looks like a spot, a brown spot. So really do check it out and see if it's an insect, or see if it looks like a bite of an insect, or it's just a freckle that you don't have to worry about, or it's a sunburn that looks like a dried patch, or it's just a bacterial infection that tends to spread with a yellow halo. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I'll keep it short. I'll see you next time because the ambulance is coming. Okay, if you have any comments, please leave them in the section below. Bye!